Hey everyone, and welcome to another edition of Todd Talks. When Todd talks, people listen, hopefully. So it is episode 22, and we are going to do the reaction to Cammie versus Sonya Death Battle. I didn't like it. And no, I'm not talking about, once again, I'm in the lost column. I'm not doing very good season 3, because I'm going with my gut reactions instead of what I probably should be going with. Cammie lost. She did. I don't dispute the result. Far from it. I like to think that there's only one or two that I would vehemently dispute. I've said them here on my Todd Talks. My problem with this battle was the visuals. They sucked. I mean, I'm sorry, but I mean, I thought if you saw my Mewtwo Shadow video, you remember what I said about the visuals there? This was worse than that. Think about that. Okay? Now you might be thinking, well, Todd, be fair. You can't get good sprites all the time. I don't exactly buy that because they have time to select these fighters. They have time to do research on these fighters. You'd think that they'd have time to get or make sprites that are, what's the word, worthy of this. Okay? Now, again, I know there's limitations, sure, but think of this. Akuma versus Shang Tsung and Bison versus Shao Kahn. Ryu versus Scorpion. Chun-Li versus Mai Shiranui. Blanca, and Zangief. Yes, I apparently forgot some Street Fighter characters had appeared before. I apologize. And they had won their battles, so I double apologize. But all those sprites that I remember, the only one I can't vividly remember is Zangief, all were absolutely stunning quality. And yet both Cammie and Sonya looked horrible. Absolutely horrible. Now, yes, I know a lot of fans, including myself, wanted this to be a 3D battle because they had both been shown in 3D multiple times. And I can get that you can't do that, but these sprites were just horrible. I mean, outside of the absolute most panned out view you can have, which they did like right when they did like the fight logo, it didn't look good. I mean, and then they had like moments where they like super zoomed in, like blocking punches or focusing on faces. You couldn't even tell the detail. Okay, it just doesn't make sense that all those fights that I named, every single one of them had very good sprites. I mean, they looked pulled from the games in great quality, and yet these two looked worse than what they ever were in games. I went to a site to look up info on Cammie, and they showed her in sprite form from every single Street Fighter she was in, and I mean, I'm talking like, good size, and it looked better than what was actually in the video. So a guy on his website had better sprites than Death Battle. Seems kind of odd to me. Now I know they're limited by who they have and maybe the animators, I don't know, but it just seems odd that for all the games they've been in, both 2D and 3D, that you can't find better quality sprites for these characters. Which is sad because the battle itself actually wasn't too bad. I mean, the voice acting was actually really good. I mean, it felt really good. Like, all the more reason I wish this is in 3D because I think that would be really cool. But, the voice quality was there. The ending was particularly brutal. It was great. Um, but the visuals just took away from it. And honestly, this is another one of those cases where, much like Shadow Mewtwo, I kind of wonder why they did this matchup. Because with Shadow, I noted that, they're bringing him back either to win and thus screw over Pokemon, or lose and make fans wonder why, they brought him back in the first place. Well, in this case, this was yet another Mortal Kombat Street Fighter matchup that the Mortal Kombat person had hands down. I was extremely worried, even though I picked Cammie, that Sonya was going to win because of her weapons where Cammie fights just with her fists and feet. And even though I correctly called that Cammie could dodge gunfire with her speed, and she was indeed quicker than Sonya, Sonya Blade was just freaking stronger. I mean, I had no idea about that mini game where she punched steel, which a lot of fans actually call bullcrap on, because any fighter in Mortal Kombat could have broken that steel anvil. And so if we just exclude that, I would say that Sonya would have still won. But it's just weird that they had this fight when it was A, another Mortal Kombat victory, and B, innumerously clear that, you know, she was going to win, that Sonya was going to win. Now, yes, you could argue that there have been death battles that have definitive winners before they even do the research. I look back at some of them like Doctor Doom versus Darth Vader. I don't know. And there were others, or even, I guess, technically in context, Mewtwo versus Shadow and others, that just had definitive winners, and you wonder why they do them when they should be doing more close matchups. But I don't know. It's just this I've only seen the Cammie Sonya Blade video once because I don't want to watch it again. I'll probably listen to it if I want to, if I had to stall for time and I just feel necessary. But I don't know. Just feels odd. Feels weird. It just wasn't that good. And I was happy that it came out in 2 weeks because of what happened with the Red versus Blue Carolina Meta battle, but I don't know. I feel like there was a wasted opportunity here, in my opinion. There was definitely a wasted opportunity. And so we now go look to the next battle, which I'll only talk about briefly for reasons I'm about to describe. There is Tracer from Overwatch. Tell my loves, cover his hair. Yeah. And then, as revealed today on the Screw Attack website, Facebook page, it is going to be Tracer versus Scout from Team Fortress 2. I'm not going to make a prediction. Not even close, because after what happened with Cammie and Sonya, I've learned that I need to really research these characters. But two, I've honestly not played Overwatch or Team Fortress 2, and so I have absolutely very little knowledge of these characters. So I will research and get back to you. I will say that I am not particularly happy about Tracer being in the death battle, because Overwatch just came out. Now, yes, I acknowledge that Tracer has technically been around since her reveal video last year, but I don't know, it just seems kind of like a play to get more views, because Overwatch is on a big high right now, which I wouldn't blame Death Battle for per se, but I don't know. But I will do my research, and for the death battle on September 7th, I believe it was, 7th or 8th, I will do the prediction, and I will hopefully have a very detailed, very thorough examination of both Tracer and Scout, so I can give you the best prediction that I can. And with that, I will conclude this Todd Talk. What did you think of Cammie White versus Sonya Blade? Did you think the visuals were bad like I say, or do you think it was better? Did you like the battle itself? Did you like the result? Do you think something else? Let me know. I'm always up for talking about this because I love to talk. That's why I do Talk. So I thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I know you were listening, and I will see you around.